go, Ocean Rangers! Go, go, Ocean Rangers!
Feeling down lately? Well, here's the cure to your seasickness. A good old dose of vitamin C. Too bad we keep polluting our seas. Marine pollution is a big issue. And let's face it, us humans started it all. Pollution in our oceans disrupts the lives of many of our marine organisms. Chemicals and trash are our water's two greatest enemies, and yet some people don't see it as much of an issue. Toxic waste not only causes problems for our organisms, but also us humans and our economy. According to Conserve Turtles, 1 million of our marine animals die each year because of plastic pollution in our ocean. This causes a detrimental loss, economic loss, for us as it affects our fishing and tourism industries. So if you don't care about the animals, at least care about the money. We have interviewed a few fishermen from Kerala, India, who talk about how industrial waste and plastic pollution in the waters has affected their lives.
പുഴയിൽ മത്സ്യം വളരെ കുറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. കാരണം പുഴയിലെ ജലം പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് മാലിന്യങ്ങളും കൊണ്ട് മലിനമായിരിക്കുന്നു.
ശുദ്ധി ചെയ്യാതെ അതേപടി പുഴയിലേക്ക് ഒഴുക്കിവിടുന്നതിനാൽ പുഴയിലെ മത്സ്യസമ്പത്ത് നശിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. ഞങ്ങൾ മത്സ്യത്തൊഴിലാളികളാണ്. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കറിവെക്കാനുള്ള മത്സ്യം പോലും കിട്ടുന്നില്ല.
As you heard, industrial waste and plastic is causing a great decrease in fish of that area, which greatly affects the families because fishing is their main source of income and nutrition. Okay, now speaking of nutrition, a good old salmon seems fantastic right about now. Marine pollution is a crisis occurring globally, and that's why the Ocean Rangers are here today to show you guys just how much of a threat it actually is. Now, we conducted an experiment which thoroughly shows the negative effects that chemical and plastic waste has on marine life. So here we have two money plants, also known as Guyana chestnut and scientifically known as Pachira aquatica. The two plants represent marine vegetation. See, money plants are native to Central and South America and grow in swamps. One is in clean tap water, and the other one is in contaminated and polluted water. Now, this polluted water consists of engine oil to represent the common oil spills in our oceans, 2 Tylenol tablets to represent household drugs flushed down the drain, vinegar, which allows us to change the acidity of the water as many toxic wastes do the same thing, bleach and multi-surface creme cleanser, which resembles more common household wastes. The last things added were cut up granola wrapper, 1 chicken leg bone, and baby diaper insides contaminated with urine. This was to represent the amount of trash thrown into our oceans each year. Both plants got approximately 6 hours of sunlight each, and the experiment started roughly about 2 weeks ago. So as you can see, the plant in the clean water looks very healthy, and there was even like the stem is starting to branch off, it's starting to grow even more. But you see, this one looks dead, it looks weak. And you see, even the stem at the bottom is starting to snap off. And all the chemicals have even contaminated a leaf inside of it. So just imagine if a marine animal were to come and eat this. The chemicals would be inside the marine animal. And also, these little bits of plastic could be mistaken as food as well. And if a marine animal were to eat the plastic, it will take up space in their stomach. That's not good.
Now that we've had a look at how marine pollution affects marine life, let's take a look at our survey. We've had over a total of 160 responses and asked 8 questions. The first question being what country they were from, and making our responses international and across the world. The most common age interval of our participants was from 16 to 20, as sophisticated 80.6%. Our next question was asking them if they were aware of the consequences of water pollution on sea life. Most people answered yes. Although we asked what country our participants are from, we went ahead and asked them which describes their best place of living: city, suburb, town, or rural region, and most people lived in cities. What's surprising was the next question is that many people did not feel like they had an urgent problem with water pollution, and almost equally as many people don't know whether or not they have a problem. But needless to say, let's read the responses of those that believe there's an urgent problem with water pollution. When we asked people whether or not they thought that their regions of water were polluted or not, their answers were positive and negative. One person answered that when they had a group cleanup to clean the waste and the plastic pollution around their water bodies, they had collected over a ton of plastic waste. One person said that water's polluted so much that animals could not live in it as well. Even animals above the water, like birds, would eat the plastic floating on top of the water, and their whole body would be filled with little plastic shards, which was an example of microplastic pollution. Others would respond that many people try to take precautions in order to preserve and protect the water. So this is just a plethora of things that people said.
In some regions, people deliberately throw garbage into bodies of water, which are heavily detrimental to our environment. The next question was about where most of the water pollution comes from, and 75% of the responders admitted that plastic was indeed the biggest enemy. Water pollution is disrupting our lives, the lives of several marine organisms, and as smaller, more delicate organisms are negatively impacted, it makes its way up the food chain, killing many more animals. However, even though it is our worst enemy, many think we are not doing enough. According to our survey, when we asked on a scale of 1 to 5, how much effort do you think humans are putting in to stop water pollution, the most common answer was 2. Many of us know how much of an enemy water pollution is, but still, many of us don't make much of an effort. There are several ways you can help our oceans and obey social distancing laws, like donating to ocean charities, such as 4Ocean, which actively helps in trying to remove plastic from bodies of water. You can also research on what items should absolutely not go down the drain.
But remember, kids, if you have nothing nice to put in the water, don't put anything at all. And as a group of fish would say, you just got schooled by us ocean rangers. Ocean rangers, it's morphing time. Leave me, sea dragon!
Clownfish!
Eastside lionfish.
Nightlight anglerfish!
And we're ready to morph into action!
Or working together to fight water pollution,
to help our marine animals,
And to stop the menacing plastic!
ruining our planet Earth.
getting rid of the universe from pollution.
And we're not backing down, because we're the Ocean Rangers!
And we're swimming off!
Go, go, Ocean Rangers!